Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we have quite the team for you. It has overcome every bad lead, bad swap, and bad situation, and most core breakers. That's why I call this team the Comeback Kids or the Turnaround Team. So like and subscribe and turn notifications on, and let's take a look at this amazing team. Pretty straightforward ABB style team we got going on today. We got Togekiss in the lead with Charm, Ancient Power, and Legacy Aurasphere. Then we've got Lucky 96 Haxorus with Counter, Breaking Swipe, and Night Slash. Then Hundo, Best Buddy, and Annihilape in the back with Counter, Ice Punch, and Shadow Ball. The rating we have for today's team is BACA. We are weak to Steel, Ice, Fire, and Poison on the lead, with 2 counter users in the back to cover that Steel Ice weakness, as there are not many Poison types in Master League Premier Cup. Gengar doesn't exist anymore, and I will eat my hat if anyone else but me uses Venusaur in the Master League. There's a link to that video here. You can use Florges on the lead, it's a bit better. I don't have one yet, that's why we're using Togekiss. It serves a similar purpose. You can just ferry everything down and bait out potential steals or fires for our counter users in the back. Now, our team as a whole is weak to that fire ghost typing like Skeledirge and Chandelure, but we've got coverage for that in Ancient Power, Night Slash, and Shadow Ball, and our Dragon type on Haxorus does resist the fire. They are coverage moves that take a while to get to, minus Night Slash, but I haven't really seen many fires, so you don't really plan on what you're not seeing for, right? Or at least around my ELO, which is like 2000s or so. Another core breaker could be Powder Snow Mamoswine on the lead. Swapping into our Dragon type Haxorus, even though it's counter user, kind of makes them want to stay in against our Dragon, right? Or at least throw a charge move, so in that time we can get lots of valuable, super effective counter damage in. If they do swap, then we can just realign with Annihilape later. However, if it's Mud Slap on the lead, we do resist that with Togekiss, the flying type. We can stay in for a bit, chunk with Charm, and either shield or catch an Avalanche on Annihilape. Togekiss can actually win in the 2-shield scenario or with shield advantage against Mamoswine just by going straight Charm, so there is that option as well. And most Mamoswine teams that I find anyways are ABA weak to either fighting, fire, or water, like having another Steel or Dragon on the team. So sometimes Switch isn't too important in some of these matches. The only other problem that I had was Goldango in the back, having that Steel and Ghost typing. The Steel type takes care of Togekiss, and the Ghost is fending off my fighters in the back. We do have Night Slash and Goldango charge moves. I mean, aside from like Shadow Ball, don't really hit Togekiss. We got Focus Blast, so it's not really, I guess could go either way. We've got that Aurasphere on Togekiss as well. Plus, we've got coverage moves, but the Hex is doing super effective to the Ape, and it charges extremely quickly, and Goldango is bulky enough to withstand a few Night Slashes and at least one Shadow Ball. So down shields, this is no bueno. You don't want to see Goldango in the back. So for Steel leads, however, we will swap to Haxorus, and if we bait out a Dragon, then we're ahead on energy, and we can either land a Breaking Swipe or get a shield. If it's a fairy, then so be it. We'll just charm it down with our own, and Annihilape might be able to sweep in the back once we've baited it out. Then for neutral matches, we've got Mirror Fairies. Golisopod is a nice one to see on the lead, and all 3 of our Pokemon actually beat Ursaluna. Maybe not with Ice Punch necessarily, but we got Counter on the lead, so in even or shield advantage scenarios, we can win those matches. We barely so in case of Skeledirge's lead, then we can let Annihilape go down and at least grab a shield with the Shadow Ball. We barely survive a Shadow Ball from them, as do they from us, but most likely your opponent will get the 1 shield farm down. So then you can either 2-shield Haxorus and double Night Slash, or you can. Haxorus does have access to Earthquake, so Earthquake is an option on Haxorus as well. Then to defend fire is usually a Dragon or another water, which hopefully will allow Togekiss to sweep, or at least that's the idea of this team anyways. So I am running Ice Punch for the Dragon, so you can run Night Slash on Ape too, because getting that potential boost always helps. Plus, it's neutral damage straight across the board to everything, you know, Steel, Ice, Water, Dragon, that kind of stuff. So, and even on Skeledirge and Chandelure, it's super effective. So you've got that fight back still with a cheaper charge move than Shadow Ball. Even Goldango and Metagross, they're still going to shield a Night Slash, so you're still not walled on Fairies either with Shadow Ball, at least if you are stuck against a Charmer on Annihilate. So you see with Haxorus here, one pro of him, he is pretty spammy. I mean, he's kind of a bit glassy, but he's spammy, right? So getting that debuff with the Breaking Swipe as well, we do get a shield back from the Garchomp. Everything on Togekiss is resisted from Garchomp here, the ground and the dragon. On the fairy flying, we've got him walled exactly where we want to be, but we're just at pretty low health here. So I am willing to one shield farm down this Garchomp. If they don't switch, means they don't have an answer, but we have Annihilape and an Aura Sphere ready to go for the Metagross, which will be neutral due to that part Psychic typing. Let's see how much it does. They shield, but we've got, we survive a Meteor Mash here too, which is good. We can get to that Shadow Ball and take this win with Annihilate here. The Garchomp is pretty low, so that's why I'm over farming. I knew I could take Meteor Mash, but they throw the Earthquake. We get to that Shadow Ball, one counter over. This will be taking out the Metagross, and we might be even able to outpace to that Ice Punch if we get it. They are on Dragon Tail, which charges a little bit slower, but we get farmed down simultaneously, still have Togekiss alive, so we take that win. Hopping into our next match, another positive matchup against Gyarados. I mean, if they have Waterfall, it is neutral here, but they're stuck on Dragon Breath and staying in, which means they're probably ABA weak. That Aqua Tail is neutral. I don't know why. I think that was an accident. Okay, yeah, this was the battle. I didn't mean to shield that. I was outside battling, and I think like my cat got out or something like that, so I had to go grab him. I was a little distracted. I was like, I didn't mean to shield that. Shit. But I guess it's a good thing anyways. Those Aqua Tails do hit for neutral, so we could have shielded one, as that second one would have gotten us pretty low. We can farm all the way down, just barely. So I don't want to use another shield in this. I know we will be able to survive just barely. The Dragon Tails are resisted, but that Charm took him out, and we've got a Aura Sphere ready to go up against a neutral matchup here. I saw some water animation here. We've got an Empoleon here. We've got two counter users in the back we can swap into. Hydros are resisted, Drillpex are neutral, but they swap into a Machamp. So expecting us to throw that Night Slash, and we did. The resisted damage against Machamp registers, and we can just go for Break and Swipe here. I think they overfarmed. I'm not sure about the CMP at this moment, but Break and Swipe will be coming through. Machamp will have to shield because Machamp is equally as glassy, and we get the debuff. So I will absolutely let this cross shot go through. I think it barely KOs as well, despite Haxorus being really glassy. Can we get to the next one? Yes, we do, and this Breaking Swipe will do a massive amount of damage to the yellow Machamp here. It does take it out, and we get Waterfall down. But we've still got a shield versus the Annihilape here, and I know Drill Peck is going to hurt Annihilape here, so I'm planning to either make a catch or shield. So we do shield, but they are getting close, or pretty close to, or have two of them right now. I wasn't counting at this moment here. Drill Peck coming through. We get to the Ice Punch, and this will be taking out the Empoleon from this range, despite the double resisted typing. Oh, just barely. One more counter does, and Annihilape still takes that win. Assuming that Drill Peck would not have KO'd. Hopping into the next one here. Another Garchomp. That's a lot of Garchomps I was seeing on the lead over the past couple of days, so I was really happy to see this with Togekiss, and we have got a low sweep Annihilate. So pretty okay here, but I want to realign that with Garchomp later on, so we are going to swap into Haxorus here. Low sweep will take a while to get to that Ice Punch, so we will go for that neutral Night Slash, try to get the boost ourselves before they get to their next Ice Punch. So just barely taken out. Our counters are double resisted, and we have to invest a shield up against a super effective Ice Punch here. No, low sweep is doing absolutely nothing. Is a crap move. Do not use it. Use counter at whenever you can. Whenever there's not the option to use low sweep, you use counter, right? Counter's just the way better move. Two-turn move that gains energy, hits pretty hard. So we've got super effective break-in swipes ready to go here. We do get Mudshot down. It's pretty good that they're not on Dragon Tail, but we've got Togekiss to absolutely wall here, so that's why you would want to keep shield at any cost to maintain switch advantage when you've got a really hard wall here. So this Garchomp is stuck in. Their switch clock isn't up yet, so they're forced to throw in. As you can see, Earth Power Outrage does absolutely nothing to Togekiss, and there's just that Goldango that I was mentioning in the back, but we are down shields here up against this Goldango, and that Aura Sphere will not do enough damage as hoped. Plus, these hexes are doing super effective up against Annihilape, and I think I just have to let one of these go and see if we get KO'd by a Shadow Ball. We do not get to that Ice Punch, and I just surrender that match because they've got another one ready to go. I faced another one the other day, so they charge absolutely quickly. They can get to 2 Shadow Balls before you get to a single move with Togekiss, because Charm doesn't charge as quick. So you do get that. I know everyone hates to see those Squovit and Wooloo rewards there, but still working on that Ultra League double, getting that 4-1. That was the only one that prevented us from getting that 5-0. So we're going to try to turn it around again, like as this team is called, turning it around. So we've got a Florges up on the lead here to see who is the best fairy type, and these Charms are absolutely chunking Florges, but Florges is kind of bulky here, and I know how much this Moonblast does. It's about half health to about third to a half of most Pokemon, even as a neutral move. So we're going to go for the boost here with this Ancient Power. That Aura Sphere is resisted, so these would be good situations to have maybe Flamethrower in, or even up against a Metagross where it's super effective. But Aura Sphere is doing pretty good with me. I've actually gotten multiple 4-1s. Like the last couple of days is just straight 4-1s with this team, and then another team that I'm actually featuring in my next video after this one in place of Haxorus. So it's just one Pokemon difference, but I decided to make it an entirely separate video because these teams that are just absolutely amazing. It's another top A's team. So we got a Gyarados coming in here, but we got a super effective Ancient Power ready to go to get shielded, and we're going to get Dragon Breath down, but we've still got a shield left on us. And between the dragons, I don't want to take super effective Dragon Breath from Haxorus. So we're going to come back in here with Annihilape, take whatever they throw, and the Shadow Ball should be enough, or at least a couple more counters to take out Gyarados here. So our counters are resisted, but we do have that Ice Punch, and it does neutral, but again, you still want Night Slash for that potential boost. They're just going to go straight with spamming Aqua Tail here. It's their best bet. There's no point in going Crunch. Crunch is more energy than Aqua Tail, plus Aqua Tail is stab, so you get more of them off in this kind of scenario, trying to get for a shield. But we snipe with the Haxorus and still have a shield for the Garchomp with Mudshot in the back. So thank God that this was not Dragon Tail, otherwise we would have gotten farmed down before even getting to another Breaking Swipe that does not KO. So because the counters, again, are doing neutral damage, we're not doing as much damage back to them, so we will shield. Shielding that Outrage up correctly, because our only LoseCon would have been calling that bait, because we outpace them to the next Breaking Swipe, which takes them out, and Haxorus regains some dignity. The Haxorus and this team was so much fun to run in Master League Premier Cup. It is an ABB style team that is also kind of balanced, takes care of most of the threats and other cores that are currently surfing the meta. There are less glassy options, but Togekiss Annihilape core with a dragon is unstoppable. Join us in the next video for another top A team in Master League Premier Cup. And if you're enjoying the content, leave a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It really helps me out, keeps me in the algorithm, and lets you know when I post, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again, everyone, so much for watching. I've been ArborAndy. Keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one. Haxorus and his team was so much fun to run in Master League Premier Cup. It is an ABB style team that is also kind of balanced due to